Today we're folding a beautiful crimson crane out of pure paper. It's colored on both sides and all the way through. It's a much thicker paper than standard origami paper, but it's beautiful and it holds up very well. This is a beautiful color of red. I'm just going to start by folding it in half in one direction, open it up, turn the paper, and fold it in half in the opposite direction. You'll see that I have mountain folds, and I'm going to just start with the mountain folds facing me. I want to fold the points corner to corner, and I'm going to fold it in half in one direction. I'm going to open it up and fold it in half in the other direction. Okay, what we have now is we have this going on here. If you put your finger right in the center of this deep area and just push it until you feel a pop, then you now have the base that you're ready to collapse into. So I'm not making any new creases. I'm just going to collapse everything into this square shape with my raw edges facing me, towards me. And you're going to take, at this point, take this edge, that's the raw edge, and I'm folding it towards the center to just meet that center crease that's here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. There we are, just fold. So you have these, it looks like this. Turn it over and fold the raw edges just like you did on the one side. Fold it towards the center, making a nice point at the end and folding the other side towards the center, that center crease. And now we have this shape. What we need to do is fold right along where this top edge is, where these top folded edges are. Just fold it down right at that top edge, and do this several times so that the paper has memory. I'm just going to do this several times until it's easy to do, just several times, and you'll know when the paper is remembering. It's just less difficult to make that crease. So do that several times, and this will make the next step much easier. So next step, I'm opening up just this top layer of paper. I'm going to insert my fingers in, and as I open it, I'm going to use the crease I just made. I'm just going to open it and elongate, but I have my crease. I'm hinging it on that crease that I just made, not making any new creases. I'm just reversing creases that were already there. You can see these need to be reversed. So what I need to do is have this elongate and hinge back on that fold, and just pull back until it lays flat and it matches the angle on this side. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm opening up this top layer, and I'm going to open it up, and using that as a hinge point or a pivot point, I'm just going to elongate and reverse that crease on this side, same thing on that side, and what happens is I've got a nice point, and that's the same as the point on this side. But the difference, one is a closed point and one is open. Okay, so now we're here. The next step is to take this first flap, and we're going to narrow this by folding it towards the center. And I don't go all the way to the very center. I leave a little tiny hair, but I don't go all the way over. I just want to make sure it's just a little bit to the left of that. And again, fold this top layer towards the center, not touching it, but close, and crease very well on those two sides. And now I'll flip it over, and I have the same thing. I need to fold this edge towards that center, and I'm going to fold this long edge towards that center. And just kind of get those points nice and sharp right here. Now, the next thing, so you'll notice that there'll be two open ends. We need to take those and fold those at a little slight angle. Just fold them up, and really it depends on you on how much of an angle you want. This is probably a very close, you can open it farther apart, but this is how it's being done today, but it's up to you. And this is very thick here. No matter what type of paper you have, this little section here will be thick. That's okay. We're going to now take, if you hold your paper, hold everything together that's on the right side, take your left side, open this part up, and then just draw this up, and you'll feel it's almost like it just hinges on that center part, and we will reverse this fold and just flatten it back in on itself. So basically it just went inside reverse fold. Now we're going to open this, hold everything in your left hand. That kind of keeps it all together. And take your right finger, open this up and hinge it right at this bottom edge, and reverse this center part. This part right here, just reverse it. And then inside, let it go inside the model. So now we have to determine which side we want to have our tail and which side will be the head. Doesn't matter, it's your preference, but I'm going to go ahead and leave this as the tail, and I'm going to make this the head. And that you can take that about an inch from the very top. Just take that and pinch and reverse, or you can just start that fold by doing a little fold and then opening it up and reversing that as well. So I'm just going to reverse that and just fold it, and there is my crane. Now it could stay like this if you want to keep it closed. In Japan, when you're stringing cranes, you would just put the thread needle up through here and have it come out at the top, and you can just string cranes. But let's open this crane because they look so beautiful when they're open. Now, to open the crane, I actually take my fingers, and I put them at the base of the crane on the outside, and then I'm going to take my thumbs and bring them into the inside, and I'm going to bring them as close as I can to my fingers, and then I'm just going to gently pull until I see the center box will start to open, and it will inflate by itself. And now the crane is completely finished, the beautiful crimson crane.